Please enter the current time. Okay. Do what you say, I guess. There we go. That's the time right now. Yeah, confirm. Yeah, this is the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. I wasn't expecting that for an intro, but, yeah, may as well get into it.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push.
Seems like a pretty easy job.
And in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in.
I wouldn't have considered it soul-rending. If I got paid for pushing buttons on the keyboard, I ain't gonna complain.
Stanley was happy.
I would be happy too. I don't blame Stanley.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh, I'm playing. Okay. Right. What's that here?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Now.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Hello? Anyone here? Why would anyone be here? He literally just said that no one was here. Should I be following the open doors? Oh.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
He said that the job was soul rendering, so I'm gonna not listen to him.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, that's exactly the reason I chose this way. I just wanted to admire the lounge.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Drinking it, eh?
Yes, really worth it being here in the room.
A keyboard noise?
Room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
I guess I'm just carrying the keyboard on me at all times. I can just... That was an achievement.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on... But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
I'm gonna follow the announcer for now, but I still don't trust him.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Tips for not getting fired.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
What answers are going to be in the boss's office? A secret plan? Yeah, that's pretty reasonable. Broom closet. Oh.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
There's a broom here. There's not nothing here. Duct tape, a wrench.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet.
It ain't empty.
No reason to still be here.
What if I stay here, huh? What are you gonna do about it? You gonna kick me out?
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Okay, you win.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Gotta take a staircase to the office? Yeah, that door's locked. This is very fancy. Ooh, executive bathroom. Damn, this is a nice bathroom. I was expecting a golden toilet though. It's kind of disappointed me. Anyway. Are there ghosts here? Hello? Oh no.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him, and so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Silly voice guy.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by
I can't
sheer
see a
luck.
thing.
Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
I didn't play this game for a horror game. I wanted to play this for fun. I didn't know this was gonna happen. Hello? There's an elevator. What's this way? Nothing. Okay. Down the elevator we go. Beep.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Well, you don't have to be that smart to push buttons on the keyboard, do you? Ah, bollocks. Well, there ain't going back up there now. I'm stuck down here.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Ah. You see, that's something that I feel would be illegal to do to humans without their knowledge. Okay, let's continue going. This is eerie. Oh, button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Holy hell.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Do I? What's over here? Another button.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
What number was I? 247? 247, 247, 247. 247. Come on, change again. Fucking useless. What's over here? Oh, another button.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
It ain't a boring job. How many times do I have to tell you? I mean, yeah, you're just pushing buttons, but if you're getting paid for it, who would complain? If I got paid 10 quid an hour to push my spacebar on my PC, I would do that. Who would not take that job up?
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never.
Where am I
It was
going?
unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Ooh.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls.
Oh, don't let me in
labeled with
here. There's too
emotions.
many buttons.
Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Facility power. There's lots of buttons here. 5. Is there a code? Right, what's through this door then? Mind controls, idle, awaiting input. System power.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Well, is it on or off? I'm guessing it's on right now. Off.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
When is it over?
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command.
Damn, that was a hard boss
Freedom
battle.
was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this
I turned it
strange
off.
building
That's
hold?
how I got free
But
from
as
it.
sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know.
This is
It
beautiful.
was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Quite a big door. But okay. I'll step through it. Oh.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Well, guess I'm back in my office. So, did it not end?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Right, this time I'm going to completely disregard what he says and see where that takes me. Right. Blah, 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 door on the left.
Stanley came to a set of two
Yes,
open
door on the left, I don't care.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Nah, I'm just disregarding what you're saying.
Wow. Yes. This
Because
room.
I want
What a beautiful
answers.
room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible even to consider.
That's very true. But yes,
But
I
eager
want
to get back to
answers.
business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
First open door on my left. I'm disregarding everything he says, so I'm not going to go that way at all.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Just give me Google Maps, that would take you in the right direction. Where am I now? A4. I'm a piece of paper now. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of the cargo lift. $1,000. Damn. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift. $5,000. Don't want to jump off it wrong, do you? I mean, I don't blame it. Quite a long fall.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Yeah, but you want credit
There's someone
to...
you've been
I know
neglecting,
it. I
Stanley.
know you want credit
Someone
to
you've
Voice Guy.
forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself.
No, I'm gonna make
not
my own
asking for me,
decisions.
I'm asking for her.
Her? And who's her?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life.
Who's her?
She's been waiting.
My wife? Do I have a wife? Hello? Whoever her is, are you here?
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you
This
can
is a
truly
horror
place
game.
your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Can I leave? No. Well, only one option. Oh wait, what if I pull the power?
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone?
I did.
No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that?
I pulled
You
it.
actually chose incorrectly. I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check.
Anything's possible.
No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another.
Yeah, but
Music
that's
comes
your
in,
story.
fade to white, roll credits.
Yeah, but that's
Not
your
picking up
story.
the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
I am a real person, you're
I
right.
can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Okay.
Choice. It's the
Oh.
best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you
I
find
would choose
yourself
for forgetting
speaking with
how
a
to
person
read.
who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real.
Oh,
Allow
guess
the
I'm not
person
real.
to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack." Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Ah,
Oh,
welcome
great.
back.
Oh, what
You may have
happened
noticed
here?
that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that
Oh,
you're properly
no.
informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Well, can I just plug the phone back in and pick that up? No? Okay, guess I'm going this way. What's out here then? Where am I going? You didn't really tell me where to go. Can I go in here? No, you're locked. What's in there? Nothing useful it seems. Do I just go back on the left?
Now that we know
Yeah.
your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly
Oh,
halfway
please.
through the story. That story would make no sense at all.
I wanna not-
We just
I
need to
wanna
get you home
not
as soon as possible
follow what
before
you
the
say,
narrative
and I wanna
contradiction
jump
gets
off.
any worse.
I can't jump.
Unfortunately,
There's no
it seems
jumping.
This place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Did I only just find out that there's no jumping in the game? Back I go. Oh, I need a key card. Is that in this room, or do I need to find it? I don't want to spend too long, so I'm just gonna... Oh, I thought that was a key card. It's a calculator. How dare it deceive me? Okay, back through the door. Where to now? Hello? I'm just going
Almost
backwards
there.
on myself.
You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
I don't want to go the correct route, though.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Well, this is my story. I'm still disobeying you.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
No, I'm gonna keep going this way. Surely there's something to do, right? Maybe not. What if I go out and then back in? Still nothing? Well, dang, I hope I could have gone this way. Okay, fine, I want to listen to the dumb story. Or will I? Oh no.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work.
I wanted to write my
Why?
own story.
For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way.
Well,
Is it better
you're
to shut the game
welcome.
down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to.
Don't you dare shut the game down. Don't you shut the... Oh no. What's happening?
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You, who thought you were so clever.
I
Now
am
look where we
clever.
are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That
Well,
thought
I ain't
hadn't even
Stanley.
occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make...
Oh.
behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
This choice again, huh? I am... a right door.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
Oh.
Behave exactly as Stanley would.
Okay, fine, you win. I'll go your stupid
I'm
door
quite sure
direction.
you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
On my left, okay. Yeah, let's go. How much did I break the game this time? Hey, it's not broken.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
How to solve a dispute with a co-worker? I'd rather just punch him. I go in the broom closet again. Oh, it's locked. Why would you lock it?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Nah, you can't. Got rid of the stairs so that I can't go downstairs. How boring. Not even go in the bathroom. It's not even a bathroom anymore. How dare. You're ruining this game. It was good before. Oh.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Nightshark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Well, guess I don't know how to speak.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115.
I can't
He spoke
speak.
it into the receiver,
Oh.
right there on the wall.
Night Shark 115. No, it didn't work. Okay, I'm stumped.
I'm sorry, is there a problem?
Yeah, there is a
You
problem.
didn't mishear me, did you?
No.
Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial
Night
step.
Shark 115.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously.
I
If you
don't.
didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You... When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Huh.
Stanley.
So that's me, is it?
Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
The
I need you to
end?
walk through the door. Are you listening to me?
That was it?
Can you hear me? Is everything all right?
Well
This
done.
is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose
Surely that's not the end, right?
anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this.
One of these squares I can fall through, I'm feeling it.
So,
Which one is it?
are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley,
Damn.
Are you there? Okay.
I'm up here.
It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do.
Get me down from up here.
Take as much time as you need.
Oh. And we're back here again. Okay, well I'm sure there are many more endings in this to the game. I'm pretty positive, because there were many different ways I could have gone. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it there for now. So I may come back to this game. It's pretty fun, to be honest. But yeah, for now I am going to leave Stanley here, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye bye.